can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here with the Formerendums. I can't.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, oh.
There's been a murder.
A murder? Surely
Because
not most foul.
A murder most foul?
We're about to crush and kill and bash and get a stranglehold.
Let's bash.
Take a
let's
stab
bash,
at.
Let's bash. Let's bash.
You know, take a shot at, whatever you want to do. At a clue draft, baby.
Yeah, this draft's getting candlesticked, baby.
My favorite weapon, a candle. You know, all those murders you hear about on the local news, where it's like, and local activist was found murdered today, beaten to death by a candlestick.
Well, some people have surprisingly girthy candlesticks. Candy
Yeah, they
sticks.
do.
Ooh la.
Girthy candlestick is what my Grindr profile is.
You know, we're all here, but we're not the only ones here for this draft because we have a surprise guest. Not surprise guest. A guest I reached out to.
There's more
Lena.
people here for our dinner invitation.
People-
Yes.
Oh my!
I
Lena's
know-
here for dinner too.
I know that everyone loves brackets, and they
So you got
only
a letter?
want us
You
to do
got a letter?
brackets. But
You got a letter and you got a letter.
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, we're not doing a bracket tonight because we have to do a draft after all of our brackets are
I was
done.
offended that I got a letter. I'm a phone. Just give me a ring.
That's true.
We're a
Would have been more
telegram.
convenient.
I'll take a telegram.
All right.
Stop. I'm lost. When do we vote? Stop.
Yeah.
I know. You don't. And stop. If we're doing telegram form.
I was. dot 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 dash. Dot 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 dash.
Okay, so Phony,
Uh-huh.
how many times have you seen Clue?
Once 10 years ago.
Lena, how many times have you seen Clue?
I think it's about the same.
Really?
Blog, how many times have you seen Clue?
I would say at least a dozen.
I have seen Clue at least 100 times.
I believe it.
I
Would
believe it.
expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Most of that, a goodly portion of that, spent one summer when I was able to renew the movie
Ooh.
for I think 3 weeks in a row, or for 3 actual renewals in a row, which would have been like 3 weeks at a time, that or whatever, and then just put it on every day. And so it was about 50 days, I think, that summer, and have just through my lifetime shown that to that many groups of people, or even just my own casual watch. Because every once in a while, I'm like, "Hey, do you know what's a great movie? Clue.
Yeah.
I should probably watch that again."
Yeah,
I've done
I
a
think,
reading of the play. It's fantastic.
I think
There's
I
a
last.
play?
Yeah, it's a play version of this script of Clue. It's,
Oh, wow.
It's adjusted ever so slightly, but it's officially adapted with Jonathan Lynn, I believe, like oversight at least. Or
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Let me. I
Yeah,
can pull up the thing for it.
Well, Void has watched
Wow.
Clue with
See,
Missy.
Wow,
Yes.
that's dedication right there.
When they came to see me in my play, we sat down because when it was Potatoes Molasses' turn to kind of decide what should we be doing now, she was like, Clue? It's like, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I think around Halloween, I was like, you know what's a good movie to watch right around this time of year is Clue. It's like a movie. I was like, I haven't seen it in a bit, and it needed to scratch that itch.
Here's your version of Clue, a 1-act based on it. View all the characters within the show. You have, of course, the characters of man, woman, and then you have Yvette, Mr. Green, Mrs. White.
I can't
Professor
believe
Plum,
man and
Mrs.
woman are
Peacock, Colonel
supporting
Sanders.
characters. I
I
thought they were the
know.
key to all of it.
Plot. Oh, you have to get it's a literal plot by plot. Quizzes! Quiz me! Quiz me! Start this quiz. Advanced quiz. Oh. I should do that.
Oh,
Maybe I will make one during the course of this draft. But yeah, so no. And in fact, there's a theater in town that's a young artist theater that's doing Clue this next summer. Which I think means adults are not eligible to audition for it, which fucking sucks. But another theater in town was shortlisted to maybe do the show. They were thinking about it, and then they didn't, so it's their loss.
And I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about this on here.
I think I had the script emailed to me.
In high school, in my music theory class, we had the opportunity to write and perform a musical that we made, and we made ours Clue, and we had extra characters, and so I was Mango Orange.
Oh, interesting. And Clue the musical is different because there was a Clue musical done in the 90s.
Yes, I think
apropos of the movie.
When did that come out?
94, I think, is when it came out.
Oh, okay. So then I was going to say we did ours first. Like, no, they definitely did theirs first. We're gonna get sued now. So somewhere
this has more jokes in it too. I should say the new version of Play of Clue.
It should be the Cluesicle or Clue Do Re Mi.
Yeah.
Because it's Cluedo in Europe. I don't know if you heard. Voicey gave that joke the response it deserved.
You did hear Voicey there.
Here's the dinner scene, of course, and here's a little joke that I know is not in the film.
Thank you, Void.
Does anyone here not live in Washington? Oh, then is this about the Red Scare? Green. I'm not a communist. I'm a Republican. Wadsworth, what have we done? Enough of this. What's our host and wife we've been brought here? So that part is new. So yeah, there is a little bit of difference in the some of the setup and the verbiage and everything, but it's
so good, I guess a question I have about the draft is how open are we being with this? Is it that we're drafting the like movie versions, or if you wanted to draft an alternate Mr. Green, like your Reverend Green from the British versions?
I think we're open.
Okay.
I don't want to shoehorn anyone into just saying no, you need to do the movie. But you know, you are also gonna have to draft a Wadsworth. That is part of it.
I just feel like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be boring if you're gonna pick just some boring old board game character
version of it.
Yeah,
but like
to go through these characters and what they're.
No, we're gonna go through the characters for sure.
Yeah,
but like the board game version of Reverend Green is a corrupt Anglican priest who. So like, or no, he's a hypocritical Anglican priest. I see, but like that's a character that has some juice.
Here's what I'm gonna say: you're allowed to make substitutions if it is based on the board game, and they could be blackmailed in the 1950s based on some sort of political motivation and the Red Scare.
I will also say, if you're going to do that, you should also have to come up with an actor to portray that version of that character.
Oh yeah. No, you definitely need the actor.
Okay.
To like, but you don't get to like draft Reverend Green as Mr. Green. Mm-hmm. You have to draft the actor. It's just like for your version of Green is someone who you could cast based on that personality.
Boy, do you want in on this draft? If you don't want to be on video, you can draft via the.
But you can also be on video if you want.
Send you the StreamYard. But yeah, if you want to be on it.
Wait, Void is still the random, right?
I believe Void has been promoted to a former random.
Is Void an outfit?
I should know that.
Wasn't Melly, or is Melly the former random and
I should know that.
Phony, you should be.
No, Void is the random. Yeah,
Void is the current random.
That was just lost. Okay.
I thought so, but everyone else was so sure he wasn't anymore that I wanted to confirm.
I said that he's still the random.
Yeah, I'm on the Discord.
Yeah, he's a lurker.
Yeah, I'm a lurker.
He goes by the username Connor Ratliff.
Maybe this is a Pope situation. Maybe if the Pope dies, then you have to get a new random. No, I'm just saying for the randoms. I feel like with the Pope dying, we have to get a new random, and therefore.
Oh, you mean is it literally a Pope situation?
Yeah,
But
if the
whatever
Pope's
the
a
Do we
Pope-
need to have a random clave?
when the Pope
Is next
dies,
week a random clave?
It affects the random.
Well,
It
next
affects
week
you
is
as
a
random.
that pre-show.
Yeah, but we can still have a random clave before the pre-show.
That's true.
What else are we going to talk about?
We actually know who's going to be on
Yeah.
the show this time, so there's actually more to talk through. Because Geth has started posting the lineups.
We'll stick a break and let's scum bump for a quick second. Getting that bumper ready. You might beat me to it. It's a race. Just scum bump and race. Ah, we clicked at the same time, you bitch. Ah, again. I'll let you do it. I mean, you're just clicking it over and over so that the bumper's never playing.
It's crazy.
This week it's it's music and comedy by Joy on Fire. Josh Sharp, Maria Randazzo, Tally Midell, who you might recognize from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Joey Dardano, I think, waiting to hear back, Gary Goldman, Caitlin Cook, and co-hosted by Connor Ratliff, the winning co-host from the
student.
Night of Too Many Co-hosts, or Night of 1,000 Co-hosts in Los
Well,
Angeles.
it's interesting because I thought he just got the money. I didn't think he actually won.
No, he won.
He won.
Oh, no, he
Okay.
didn't. Whatever. He's the
I know.
co-host, though, so I guess he won.
wonder if it's because he got the money though. He did ultimately win.
Maybe. Oh, and then the debut of the That Show short form improv troupe.
Oh wow.
My lineups are impeccable, and the creative freedom this show gives artists is unparalleled. In all caps, says Chris Gethard.
I unfortunately I heard that John Mulaney right now in an hour from now is he do all of this. He's doing all of these things in the next hour.
It's their TV debut.
Yeah, all these
He's
things are
starting
making their
the-
TV debut.
Yeah.
He's hosting a new improv group that is on their show. The difference is that they're doing sketch, and they call themselves the Not Ready for Primetime Players.
Yeah, I do find it very funny that he has this short form improv troupe and says on it that short form is the only form. I'm very curious to see what the hell that means.
Yeah.
All right.
Clue.
Should we get the
We should look at the characters.
Yeah,
for those of us-
look at the characters, or do you want to get the clue draft spreadsheet put up?
First I want to look at the characters.
Okay.
Because the categories are these like lead characters and then Yvette. So Mr. Peacock Mrs. Peacock, this isn't an Are You Being Served draft. Mrs. Peacock is the wife of a U.S. senator who has been accepting bribes from foreign powers. Wadsworth is a butler who is forced to work for Mr. Body and seeks justice for his wife. In Ending C, he's revealed to be the real Mr. Body. Madeline Kahn as Mrs. White, the widow of a nuclear physicist and four previous men, all of whom died under suspicious circumstances. Christopher Lloyd was Professor Plum in the movie, a disgraced former psychiatrist for the WHO who now works for the UN. Michael McKean is Mr. Green, a State Department employee and a closeted homosexual. In Ending C, he is revealed to be a heterosexual undercover FBI agent. That was I remember that twist. Martin Mull was Colonel Mustard, an Army officer guilty of war profiteering. Leslie Ann Warren was Mrs. Scarlet, a sassy Washington, D.C. madam. Colleen Camp. Damn. Is Yvette, the voluptuous French maid who formerly worked as a call girl for Miss Scarlet and had an affair with one of Mrs. White's late husbands. And then Lee Ving is Mr. Body, a man who has been blackmailing the 6 guests and Wadsworth's wife. And then he's died. He's died. Then he's died.
Then he's died.
Then he's died. And so Mrs. Peacock et al. Are the categories in this draft. As you can see here, it's Mrs. Peacock, Wadsworth, Mrs. White, Professor Plum, Mr. Green, Colonel Mustard, and Miss Scarlet, Mr. Body, and Yvette. And you can pick them in any order. And the The pool from which we can draw is all of acting.
All of acting.
All
of
of acting. Is that really our pool, or are we narrowing it at all? Do they have to be alive,
I don't think so.
or can we pull the dead?
Well,
what is this?
The options are 3. We do any time frame.
Mhm.
We do a draft limit where your actors have to be contemporary, meaning once you start drafting, your
Right.
actors need to have been alive at the same period,
Okay.
and you can age them
Right.
appropriately as such. The first one's just wild card, anything goes. Second one is a
I
more
would draft
structured.
Old Timothy Chalamet.
Emily Watts or Voicey suggests drafting old Timothy Chalamet.
Old
Great.
Timothy Chalamet.
Perfect. Perfect.
Do they have to be
old
real
Sydney
actors?
Sweeney.
Do you have to be real actors, or could I cast like the actor on Futurama who wears a paper bag all the time?
I would say let's try and
Real
stick
actors.
to human actors.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not the same thing as real actors.
Real human
Real human
actors.
actors.
Non-fictitious. I don't want the hat on a... I love the idea. I love the enthusiasm and the creativity. I don't want a hat on a hat because that would then... if it would prevent the candlestick from doing lethal damage.
Right.
Yeah.
About a cat on a hat.
So,
Yeah, you can draft Mike Myers.
this week is just Clue. Next week we'll do the amalgam Clue, where
Yeah, Loki
you'll
asks
us
find
Jesus
two
Christ.
actors.
Can you draft Loki? Oh, I mean, I'm very into hyper clue where you do amalgams.
Yo, maybe I'll be sick next week.
Tom Hanks. It's a mix of Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks.
I fucking hate it so much.
Don't worry, we have that show next week, so there won't be any high wire improv bits at all.
It'd be Tom Cruck. Or no, Crank.
Tom Cruise.
You could be Tom Crunk. Yeah,
Tom Crunk,
C-U-R-N. Yeah, Crunk would be great. Okay, no, this is a different thing. This is a different draft completely.
No, it has to be real humans.
Real human
they're
beings.
not actually human. They're just aliens in skin suits.
So, should we play a game of Clue to determine who goes first?
I thought you should go first
Get
because you
scrubbed.
have the best memory about what happened about the movie.
No, wait. We have to go through each.
Oh, we did
character
that.
and Give their deal, but what is like their type? Like what is like?
Okay,
their
yeah.
deal?
What's the?
Do you want me to read the description? Maybe well, let's see if there's the description from the play.
No, like,
that'd be
what is
great.
like their deal?
Like, what's their
though?
game? What's their deal? What do they like?
Okay, do you want me to give the Missy? Do you want me to give the Missy version of a Tim Curry version of the running through
my
of
God.
the movie
Oh
plot?
my
of Clue?
god. Oh my god. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what
Everyone
Yeah,
can
I want
okay.
Yeah. That's
Here is my my only demand.
You don't
though, is
have to do
that-
3 different endings though.
No, I probably will, because if we're gonna get that far, I'm going to put gently in the background. Okay. So, movie opens. House on a hill. Thunder and lightning. Tim Curry, he's a butler. He drives up. He is feeding dogs meat in order to keep them at bay. He goes inside. He steps in dog shit. He goes inside. He sees the maid. The maid is there, and he says, "Are you ready for everyone to arrive? You have your instructions." She says, "Oui, monsieur," indicating she is French. He goes to the kitchen to see if the chef is okay, and he says, "Is everything gonna be ready, Mrs. Ho?" And she says, "Dinner is at 7:30." That's her only line. And then we go and we hear a doorbell ring. He goes and arrives at the front door. Martin Mull, as Colonel Mustard, comes in. He is a very like formal individual. He plays it with very straight-laced seriousness. He comes in and he says, "Are you Colonel Mustard?" He says, "No, I'm." And he says, "Well, we're not going to give our name serious. It's cool." So he arrives, goes to the library. He looks at Yvette's boobs, and then he says, give anything that he needs within reason. And then he turns around and goes and gets Mrs. White next. She comes in and she's said, "Oh, I'm Mrs. White, but why?" She takes off her black coat to reveal a wonderful white lace outfit that then she has a black dress underneath it and a mourning with the U hat on.
Yeah, she's
with a
wearing like
veil.
a sexy veiled number.
Yes. And because they're all vamps. And so she goes to the library next, and her and Yvette flinch, indicating that they know each other, and Wadsworth says as much. And then, to make a long story short, too late, they start arriving. Colonel Mustard, so it's Colonel Mustard, and then Mrs. White. Then it is Mr. Green arriving because Wadsworth tells him to sit, and he says sit and comes in. Then Mrs. Peacock and Colonel Mustard arrive, having not known each other, but her car breaks down. She throws a leg up to be all vampy, and Professor Plum drives up, stops, picks her up, goes up to the house. And so they're all there. They're in the library. Wadsworth says, "We're going to have dinner." They go and have the dinner scene. Everyone starts to reveal their personalities. Mrs. Peacock is afraid of silence, so is a habitual talker. She reveals that she works in Washington and is the wife of, but we don't know what. And it's implied that it's some sort of politician that's in Washington. Professor Plum reveals that he works for WHO, the World Health Organization. He was in New York, actually. And then we find out that Mr. Green reveals that he works in Washington too, but doesn't say what. Miss Scarlet reveals that she also works in Washington, and Colonel Mustard reveals that he is indeed a real colonel, and he works in Washington. And they all start to go, wait a minute, we all work in Washington or have government jobs. Does anyone not work with the government one way or another? And then the Thunder and Lightning and Wadsworth reveals that the seventh chair at the table is for their seventh guest, Mr. Body. And they all say, "We thought Mr. Body was our host." And he gives a little smirk and no answer. Then during dinner, there is a ring at the doorbell. Wadsworth goes. He brings in Mr. Body, played by Lee Ving of the band Fear, one of the only entities to ever be removed or banned from SNL when they tore down the set, bringing in their own punk fans in it.
Oh,
I'm convinced he was cast on the fact that his name was Lee Ving, but the studio said no, he's going to be in this and he's this. So I don't know what executive did a line of coke and said, "Lee Ving, get it? Mr. Body's leaving, and it's leaving." You know, Fear, they're hot. So anyways, he arrives and doesn't have dinner, is very curt, and everyone's obviously very on edge that this individual has arrived. Wadsworth suggests that they go to the study, have coffee and brandy. It is revealed through a piece of like an envelope that says "Open this after dinner, Wadsworth," that has a lot of papers, film negatives, photographs, and instructions for Wadsworth. He reveals everyone there is being blackmailed. Professor Plum is being blackmailed because he had an affair with one of his clients, and was then lost his license, so that's why he works with WHO now. Colonel Mustard, it's not revealed what he did, but he just says that he's paying on the blackmailer, and everyone knows that he's driving a very expensive car for someone who has a colonel's pay, which he says because he lost his mom and dad. Mrs. White is implied that she killed her husband by beheading him and cutting off his genitals. And it is also implied that she killed her first husband, who was an illusionist, who never reappeared because he wasn't a very good illusionist, according to her. And then Mr. Green reveals that he is a homosexual and works for the State Department, so he would lose his job if he was there. Mrs. Peacock, it's revealed that her husband, a senator, is taking bribes as part of his work on a defense contract. And then Miss Scarlet runs a sex worker phone line and hotel.
Phone line?
That essentially, yes, a phone line phony that essentially everyone in DC uses. So that's everyone's deal, as it were.
All right.
Then the rest of the film, people start to
Mr.
get
Jackpots.
people start to get murdered one by one. Mr. Body brings in a bunch of weapons and says, "Hey, the only way to end this is to kill Wadsworth, and we can all leave." And everyone's like, "Well, you'll just keep on blackmailing us." He's like, "Yeah, of course." So then a gunshot goes off, and there's a groan. The lights come on, and Mr. Body's body is on the floor, apparently dead. Professor Plum examines him, says that he is dead. They argue about what happened. They said, "Professor Plum, you were given the gun. This wants to go off. If you want to know who's given everything, Mrs. Peacock was given the knife. Professor Plum was given the gun. Mr. Green was given the wrench. Colonel Mustard was given the lead pipe. Colonel Mustard was given the wrench. Mrs. White was given the rope, and Mrs. Scarlet was given the candlestick." So they argue and say that the gun went off in the dark, but there was no gunshot wound. There's a bullet hole in the wall. But they ask how he died. No one knows. They debate about it all and realize that there's only they hear a scream coming from the other room. They go to run to Yvette, who has been tape recording the entire conversation. And she's panicking because they suspected that maybe there was poison in the drink. And so she's scared. So they all go back to the study. They argue about what they should do. And realize the only Wadsworth reveals that he's the one who invited everyone there because he hoped they'd confront Mr. Body, call the police, reveal all the evidence, and their troubles would be over. So then what happens is they decide that the only other person there is the cook. They go to the kitchen where the cook is dead. They bring her body back to the study where it is revealed Mr. Body's body is no longer there. So then Mrs. Peacock goes to go to the bathroom. When she goes there, Mr. Body's body is in there. They go and run to get it and realize there have been 2 murders, and someone attacked Mr. Body again after he had apparently been alive still from the first attack. Then a motorist arrives. They invite him in, put him in the lounge. They split up and search the place. Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet find a secret passage that goes to the lounge where the motorist is dead. A chandelier falls, nearly kills him. A cop arrives. He's going to investigate. They lock him in. He answers the phone, says it's from J. Edgar Hoover. Wadsworth then takes the call. He goes to investigate. We're in a great scene where they start making out with the dead bodies in order to make it look like they're alive. They give the motorist a bunch of alcohol so that he just looks dead drunk. The cop says, "Okay, everything's good here. There's been no murders. I'll go to the library and chill out." They go back to searching. The lights go out during the search. Yvette is then strangled. The cop is bashed in the head with the lead pipe, and the doorbell rings. The door is opened, and a singing telegram girl is shot after she delivers the line, "Da da 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 da. I am your singing telegram." Bang. Wadsworth then sees everything, reveals how it was all done, and the 3 different endings are Yvette did the first half of the murders because she was on orders from Miss Scarlet, who then killed Yvette, the cop who she'd been bribing, and singing telegram girl, and that's the first ending. The second ending is Mrs. Peacock just did them all. Great. Third ending is Professor Plum killed Mr. Body. Mrs. Peacock killed the cook, who was previously her cook. Colonel Mustard killed the motorist, who was his driver during the war, and knew that he sold essential radio force parts to make money, and that was his secret. Miss Scarlet killed the cop because she'd been paying him off, and then they all say, well, it must have been Mr. Green who shot the singing telegram girl. And he's like, well, I didn't do it. And they say, well, no one else is left who could have done it. We all did one, so it must be. Oh, Mrs. White killed Yvette because her husband had been fucking her, and it made her so mad that she had flames on the side of her face. Mr. Green then says, "Oh, the gun is missing. Whoever has the gun shot the girl." Wadsworth reveals he has the gun. He says, "I shot her," and he says, "Why would you assume anything about our identities tonight? None of you knew any of each other before this evening." And Mr. Green says, "You're Mr. Body." He's like, "Ha ha ha, I am." And reveals that Professor Plum killed his butler. which I guess he was blackmailing to do that evening's whatever.
You know, like a liar.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then the cops burst in, actually, Mr. Green then pulls out a gun and shoots Wadsworth. The cops burst in, and it's revealed that Wadsworth is an FBI plant who's been the entire time. And to prove that it's all been a cover, he says, "I'm going to go home to sleep with my wife."
Yeah.
One of the most iconic last lines of a film. That is Clue in a nutshell. I think said
Okay.
maybe in less time than Tim Curry takes to do it.
And Void had a question when you're finished.
1 plus 2 plus 1.
I also just learned who was originally cast as Ms. Scarlet.
Carrie Fisher before she
Yeah.
went into rehab.
Yeah.
There's an instant option.
Wow.
Also, people who were considered, who unfortunately are now kind of shitheels for Wadsworth, are John Cleese and Rowan Atkinson. So, you know,
Dodged a bullet there.
if you want to draft them. But then also Spike Milligan he's not problematic as far as I know, but he's just a comedian who is, I love British comedians and British history. He's a comedian that's from just far enough back, like the 50s, where I try to sample their work and I'm like, oh no, this is way too dated and does nothing for me. But to everyone at the time was the funniest fucking person ever, but was ancient at that point.
Right.
So they lucked out with Tim Curry doing what he did.
I also realized I think there's 2 extra categories we need to add to our draft, which is weapon and room.
Shit, you're right.
That's your own? You just want to add your own?
Oh, I guess I just mean you'll be
You have to
choosing
draft a weapon
the
and a
weapon
room where
and
the
the
murder
room
happens.
that Mr. Body is
Yeah.
found in. You're muted.
You're muted.
Why not? Let's switch it up a bit. Oh, he was found in the dining room. Oh, he was
Right,
in
yeah.
the ballroom.
So everyone's
Sure.
gonna your first picks gonna be that room. Everyone's gonna want
Someone
to make
bashed his head in
sure
with the candlestick.
they want to make sure they get that right room over any other actor.
Okay. So the answer to this is you can get the actors from Waiting for Guffman, but you can't get the characters from
So you can't get Corky St. Clair.
No.
You cannot.
No. But you can
You
get
can
Christopher Guest.
You get Christopher Guest and then imply that it's the personification of Corky St. Clair
Yeah.
that he's being.
Well, Missy, I
Although-
had you going first just because I feel like you have the
Yeah.
clearest memory of
And you
it.
deserve it for
So-
the
And this
summary.
was your draft.
I have an idea for my draft, like a basis for it and a timeline and stuff.
I have very little thoughts.
So
Right.
I think I'm going to do. Let me actually.
I have a pick for one. I think I already know my first round pick.
I only know
I think I know my first
pick.
round pick, but I'm.
Yeah, you can get Chris Kattan, but you can't say it's Corky Romano. And Wiz says Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss
Sweet,
in the
this
Gold
works.
Club buffet
Okay.
with a bottle of Fen-Phen.
First draft.
The Gold Club buffet's back, by the way.
My Wadsworth. Alan Cummings.
Nice.
Great pick.
I just think he could be from age 20 to 60, which he just turned. Because what? I think Alan Cumming would be fantastic as. I'm trying to avoid casting as many of the original actors as possible, just for the sake of creativity.
Yeah.
But maybe depending upon how things go, I might throw one in there. We'll see.
Oh, that should stay there.
Should
Okay.
should we only allow everyone to do one of the original cast?
I so far have none of the original. I'm trying to go for a goose egg on the original cast. They're
Got
all
it.
great, but I'm trying to. I mean, feel free. Feel free to limit
Sure.
it if you want.
We didn't want to limit it because people asked if they could.
Yeah.
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 But my idea for it was to just not do anyone in the original.
Not
Yeah.
because.
scratch. Exactly.
But there
We
are
already
people
did
that you could recast some people in the original with that might have some chemistry together, and such, and you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna draft Christopher Lloyd, but
Right.
XYZ.
Yeah. But now it's my pick because I have myself as second. So I'm gonna go with Connor Ratliff as Professor Plum
Hell yeah.
you did take one of my actors.
because I think he could really play the hell out of Professor Plum.
That's true.
And he's, I think,
What's
of my
wrong with the House
picks,
of Ill Fame? Most soldiers visit it. My vote.
he's the one I'm most concerned about getting scooped up.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, drafting, sometimes it's more about actor than it is necessarily about role, if you're worried about it at all. I am going to be... I guess there'll be some overlap now that I'm thinking about it because of the amount of scumbumming that might happen. But I would be shocked if there's a super amount of overlap in terms of actors that people pick. Because there's just it is so open-ended.
I don't know. I mean, you're probably right. Logically, you're right. But the scum bumming of it all is what makes me not so sure. Blog, who's your first pick?
Oof, this is tough. I'm still kind of debating which direction to go with this whole.
Also, my
draft.
movie's obviously contemporary.
Got it.
This is 2025 is your...
Yeah.
You're locking it, or it's contemporary within the last, say, 5 years, or contemporaries in 2025.
I'm good with 2025.
Okay. I haven't decided when yet. Mine is.
I mean, we'll see, but I'm looking at my list. It's mostly current people.
My next pick is another one that is a rather ageless careered actress. I'll give a spoiler for where I'm leaning, but all right.
So I'm gonna
Shut up.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the plug. I think I gotta do it. I'll feel bad if I don't do this. I'm gonna go for Wadsworth, of course. We gotta get that Wadsworth in, and I think this is the only time I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go with Tim Curry.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I am going to also make it contemporary, and I'm gonna make it maybe a pseudo sequel.
Ooh.
Or a
Interesting.
reboot, maybe.
Okay.
So it has to be ending A or B, where Wadsworth is an undercover FBI agent.
I mean,
So actually, yeah, no. Here's the twist, but secretly, it is the ending where he is actually Mr. Body.
Oh, okay.
what if he is? But also, what if he is
Oh, yeah,
the
I
FBI
guess-
agent and it's his next case? He has to do it again.
Yeah, he's doing it again.
I have to host some murder mystery
Again.
again.
No, in this
God, I hate
situation,
it
he's
when they kill each other.
like
Exactly.
a renowned art author. He writes books based off of his Clue experiences, and he writes a book called Clue. This movie writes itself.
I'm going to the only place that is not stained by American capitalism.
not?
The ballroom.
The ballroom. But Lena, what's your pick?
I'm going to pick an actress that I think is worthy of saying flames on the side of my face. A very versatile actress. Tatiana Maslany for Mrs. White.
Oh,
Incredible pick.
incredible pick.
Mad I didn't think about her.
Me too.
Because could play any of the three of them.
Or all
But I
three
think
of them.
Mrs. White is a coup.
Yeah. Oh, you could. Okay, Sam the Eagle as Colonel Mustard says things from the void.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't want to play with
I-
that.
This
We're
better
not
be
playing
all
with
Muppets.
it.
No, that's the
It's
thing.
not an actor.
It has to. Yeah, he could do it, but everyone else has to be. There has to be one actor, and the rest have to be the Muppets. If you're going to do this,
I'm not even drafting a Muppet, and I love the Muppets.
Well, Missy,
Yeah.
speaking of your drafts, it's your second pick.
No, we're snaking this. It
Oh,
goes
we are.
backwards,
You're
so
right. It's Lena
and
again.
then Void. I'm sorry for you're doing a Muppet movie where you could only have one actor be themselves, and I already have
I
Tim
guess-
Curry. who
I guess
would be your
technically
best
Void
one.
picks again, actually. we
Yes.
should say.
Yeah. Of course.
And here's the thing is, for the sake of, again, allowing creativity and participation, put Void on there and write down what he puts, and we will look at his shit show of a beautiful Clue draft. Because here's also why. He sat through Clue with me too when we watched it. So with potatoes. So you know what? That's your reward. You know the movie, so you can make picks. Sam the Eagle is Void's first round draft pick. Hugh Laurie as Wadsworth is his
And again, he gotcha, and he locked in. Everyone else has to be a Muppet. 'Cause he had
No,
your-
you are not dictating that for Void.
I love that also Void then takes people off the table for us.
Yes.
Well,
This
yeah.
is-
Well, we need some extra people. It's good to have.
Void
Yeah.
is drafting from the void.
And we only
where
have
rules don't
we only have
apply.
the pool of the entire library of actors.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh, I gotta add a couple more rounds too because
Oh,
we
God,
added
I
those.
gotta really figure out who I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do because it is currently Lena's pick.
Okay, would you say Mr. Body is probably the rudest out of everyone, like the most asshole?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
would probably say that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, Jason Mantzoukas for Mr. Body.
Yes.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
that was
Slicked
what I
back
was gonna
hair
do.
too.
That's what I was gonna do.
That's
What are
what I
they
was
all
gonna-
doing here?
That's what I was gonna do too.
Yep.
These assholes.
My debate was between getting Tim Curry or Zooks first.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Blog, it's on to you.
Well, no, for Body.
Oh, Body. Whoops. Well, doop.
Thank you.
I like how that's one where you're definitely drafting the actor versus the importance of the role, but you just knew you needed Zooks for that.
Let me do a quick Google search, make sure everything makes sense in my brain with this connection. Let's do it. I'm going to separate the team, and for my Professor Plum, I am going to wow, my brain really knows how to blank out on
Because you want to say Watto, but really you're drafting Griffin Newman.
I'm trying to think of
I thought it was Griffin too.
complete blank. Paul Shear. I'm gonna
Oh,
separate.
there it is. Oh,
You're
that
splitting up that
that-
team.
I'm
That
gonna separate
team.
the team because I wanted them together in the movie, and I'll at least get Paul Shear as my Professor
Yes. There's no limit in terms of it. Did we say living actor or was it just any actor?
I mean, Paul Shear's alive.
Plum.
No, but this. Look at Wiz's question and
Oh,
then give me an answer, phony.
like I hope this is now.
We
not
said that
how
they
I'm-
have to be contemporary, so like they don't have to currently
Okay.
be alive. But if as long as their careers overlapped,
I hope
Yeah.
this is not how
Yeah,
I learned that
yeah.
information.
Because people could be like Elizabeth Taylor, and
the corpse of Elizabeth Taylor is Mrs. Body.
well, no, Elizabeth Taylor in the '60s, and then like Jimmy Stewart or whatever. Like, but I don't think any of us are classic cinephiles enough to go that far back. Nor do we want to not pick our little pocket picks. Oh right. So, Paul
Oh.
Shear as Professor Plum.
Yeah, no, I know. I have it on the round by round part. I just gotta add it here. It really threw me off. It threw me off my game. Losing Mantzoukas.
Amazing. What are they all doing here? I suggest we all go in.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll do it.
If you,
You know-
sue me, I'll expose you in court. But if one of you kills Wadsworth now, we got no one but the seven of us will ever know. He's got the keys to the front door, and he'll be opening over his dead body. It's what he said.
I do want to swear.
That's what my wife calls me in bed, I swear to God.
Not all of my picks are people who have had Planet Scum shows. I do need to like emphasize that.
Okay, but
But
they're
if
the
you're
ones you
looking
want to
for-
capture first.
If you're looking for someone who can play an asshole really, really well, but is wonderful to work with, you know, I gotta go with the reverse Ellen, Robbie Hoffman as
Wow.
Mr. Body.
Yes. I love it.
That's right, Hax is Robbie Hoffman.
Boy, everyone's getting their Mr. Bodies in early. Maybe I should lock in my Mr. Bodies
I
soon.
mean, only
too.
two of us have Mr. Bodies.
I know, but it feels trendy. I'm gonna lock in a Mrs. White. I guess I know I sneak it, so it doesn't matter the order, but I will lock in my Mrs. White, who I know for sure.
Okay.
I want Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah. I mean, great pick. Great pick. You just can't argue with it. It's just a great pick.
Yep. I think I am absolutely influenced by the fact that I listened to the Too Scared Didn't Watch on Beetlejuice today, so her name was in my head. But on the drive home, I was thinking of the draft, and I just thought to myself, who is expressive enough, has that range and everything? I'm like, oh god, there's a lot of Moya Rose in Mrs. White. Like, I see this. So yeah, I really liked that pick. But I didn't have another one ready to go right away. So I think with Mr. Body, we're thinking assholes. I think I know who I want for mine. He's an up-and-comer in terms of movies. He was in a couple of big ones last year. Connor O'Malley as Mr. Body.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Great pick. Great pick. Incredible pick. Oh my god. Ah!
You copy and pasted that real quick. Was that on your list?
No, I
Seems
just
like
can type his
Oh,
name
you just
out
typed it real fast
quick.
and put it there. Okay.
No, I mean,
That's psychotic, Mr. Body.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are they all
I'd love to
doing
know,
here?
What would he bring to that role?
I mean, a sort of a somehow as crazy as Manzukis is, but more introverted. You seem like they're about to like implode versus Zooks, who seems like they're going to explode.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Okay, so now I'm at a crossroads. Do I go for another Scumbum pick? I mean, this is like my last Scumbum pick, really. At least as currently written.
With the number of other Scumbum and adjacent Scumbum picks that have been picked so far, what do you think the risk is?
I think there's very little risk on this one. 'Cause,
Okay.
they're not super Scumbum, but they're one of the ones I feel the most excited for. So I'll pick them.
Okay.
My Mr. Green. You know him from that show hosted by Chris Gethard. You know him from Dix the Musical. That's right, it's Josh Sharp as Mr. Green.
Good pick. Good pick. Damn
'Cause,
it.
like,
Good pick.
He'd kill that role.
He's going home to have sex with
I'm going home to have sex with my wife.
My wife.
Like, I can hear him deliver that. So,
I've been thinking today a lot about my Mr. Green. I've not settled on
Interesting.
one. I have a vague short list, but that's been really hard to
oh
know.
shit.
Oh, throwing just
Throw
hot
the
suggestions
teams.
out
Throw
there.
the teams in the chat. I guess it's on me, right?
Yeah, it's on you.
Okay. I'm definitely not going off of what I need to figure out what I want next based off of what I can figure out as I figure it out. So for Miss Peacock, I'm going to draft friend of Jordan Lucas Talk Show, Marceline Hugo. How do you say her last name?
I think Hugo?
But you know who I mean.
I do. She ran from the boulder.
She ran from the boulder. She is Miss Peacock.
She's a
Mrs.
great.
Peacock.
That's a great Mrs. Peacock pick.
Right? Right?
Like, I would have in no way predicted that she would get picked, but she's a great pick.
She's a great pick.
Yeah.
Daughter of the CEO in 30 Rock. I can't remember her character's name at all.
Right.
I mean, Connor O'Malley was a great pick, but they weren't at risk of getting
Kathy
drafted.
Geist.
Kathy Geist. Yeah, Kathy Geist herself is my Miss Peacock.
That's a great Yeah, Jason pick. I realized who I should have picked. Essentially, as I was walking away when my round was over, like, damn it.
You shouldn't have picked Connor O'Malley because that was a great pick.
That's a great pick, but I realized there's someone who I'm now more worried about getting picked than Connor. But I think Connor's a great pick, but I realized, that wasn't going to get nabbed. Like, there's a couple people now I'm worried will get more nabbed with, like, just certain drafts and stuff.
Let's see if Lena nabs them because it's Lena's pick.
Lena's good at nabbing.
Okay. I hope this is not a nab, but I feel like we're all like in the same realm of stuff. But for my Wadsworth, I'm gonna go with Andy Daly.
Oh!
Do you know why I'm groaning at that? Because it's an incredible pick, and I'm mad I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
When someone mentioned CBB stuff, my brain went to being like, "Oh right, I can pick from CBB.
Yeah.
That would be nice." But I don't think of them as on-screen personas as much.
Yeah.
So even though I've seen Andy Daly on TV, obviously, he's been great in Veep in like the last season, maybe 2 seasons.
And
But I think just the
Review,
last season.
like-
I have not watched Review yet.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I know of it. It just sounds like the level of cringe that I think would make me be so on edge that I wouldn't find it funny. But I've seen the clip of Fred Willard as his dad, or his father-in-law.
Liz, don't just post all your clips, your pics. And voice.
Sam Richardson and Tim Robinson as the
Right?
Peacock Twins.
That's so good.
The Peacock Twins.
that.
No, Wiz, what's
They're
annoying
both
is
married to senators in Washington.
you have some of my picks in your list, and I'm annoyed that this might hurt
I
my
know.
ability to get them.
All right, you get another pick in a row.
Well, it's a void.
Oh, it's void too, but be thinking,
No, it's okay. I'm making adjustments to my picks as I go, so it may not overlap. I may shift around, but we'll see. Tim
Also,
Meadows
do
as
you-
Mr. Body and John C. Reilly as Professor Plum.
Do you mind controls scrolling out so we see the full
Oh yeah.
thing? There we go. Thank you. That's right. I was like trying to figure out who.
Yeah. I was
who
like, what's
else
missing? Yeah.
I was muted. Those are great picks.
The Mandalorian's Tim Meadows as Mr. Body. And then
I love that he's gone the reverse where it's one Muppet, all human actors.
I do too.
And like Oscar nominated ones mixed in there too, like Emmy winners. Like it's just like there's a range.
It's great. Lena, what's your pick?
All right. For my Mr. Green, someone that I think it would be funny if they said, "I'm gonna go home and have sex with my wife," because I just saw The Wedding Banquet. Bowen Yang.
Oh shit,
Ooh.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
pick. One that I had thought of.
Wow.
It depended upon I knew my opening drafts were Alan Cumming and Catherine O'Hara, but because they can be any age, I wasn't sure what my subsequent drafts were gonna be.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
that was on my short list and could have been in mine.
What a great pick. I would love
Mm.
I'm glad we both have Mr. Greens from Dick's.
I'm not the most mad because there's plenty of gays out in the ocean, but
Oh yeah.
I am mad that you picked. This is the first one I think someone else has actively picked from my short list.
Well, Blog, who's on your short list now?
Okay. So for my... Let me just make sure. Yes, I'm also going to go for my Mr. Green.
Okay.
Seems like this is the time to get your greens in. I'm going to cast a Mr. Rich Sommer as my Mr. Green.
Nice pick.
Oh,
pick.
yeah.
Feel like he did a good job as Luke. I feel like he'll do a good job as Mr. Green.
Okay, now I have a few directions I can go with this
Fan-
next
energy.
one. And I feel like in one there's a couple of directions I could take my Colonel Mustard. But I don't know if I need to pick either of them yet. There's one I'm really worried about getting picked. So I'm going to go for my Mrs. Peacock. And I'm curious if this is going to be one where I'm nabbing yours. But I'm going to pick Jennifer Coolidge as Mrs. Peacock.
Ooh,
You did
that's
not.
a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
No one picked mine, and I feel bad for not picking them earlier, since they're so responsible for my integration here with Planet Scum
Ah, shit!
and my scum bummin'.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I'm picking Darcy Carden as Miss Scarlet.
That's a good one.
Great pick. Damn it.
Yep.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn,
Damn
it.
it, damn it, damn it. I knew
Damn
that one
it.
might make people mad, but I'm like, I think people are not thinking it.
Yeah, I
I
was.
didn't think of it, or I didn't think of it first
No.
rounds either. So
I don't feel like there was a certain character who I immediately thought of her for.
That's it for me, yeah. But now you have to make
Oh.
another pick.
See,
I know I do.
I wish I had Darcy, and I would have made her a vet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I mean, we know she would nail any role.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Mrs. Peacock, Nina West.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Yeah,
I don't think one that anyone would have picked, but
no,
But
was-
perfect.
just an absolute as a tribute to the number of young gays and drag queens that have quoted that table speech. Just all to her.
Oh, it's me again. Well. I'm gonna go for my Wadsworth. I'm not super worried about this actor getting picked, but I feel like they'd make a fun Wadsworth. You know them. You know him. He's British. He was in a punk band with Craig Ferguson.
Oh,
That's right. It's Peter Capaldi as the butler Wadsworth.
Wow.
I mean, I think there's a bumper we need to
Wonderful
play.
pick.
Yeah, we are kind of.
I'm slutty.
Oh my god.
I'm slutty.
Oh my god.
And it's funny because I feel like Hugh Laurie as Wadsworth would have the most similar energy to the Peter Capaldi as Wadsworth.
Definitely. Is it on me?
Yeah.
Well, perfect. So Peter Capaldi recently in an episode of Black Mirror. Another person who was in an episode of Black Mirror is John Hamm, who is going to be my Mr. Body.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a good one.
Good actor to pick overall. Could play any one of the guys. Jaime as Mr. Body's really funny, especially if people don't know the story and they'll be like, oh, he's going to be in this thing the whole thing. And then he's
Yeah.
dead first scene. They're like, what the fuck?
I did almost cast Nicolas Cage as Mr. Body just because it felt fun to have the biggest actor immediately
Yeah.
die.
I have a feeling we're going to get some overtime to be able to cast some of the victims. So think of some fun cameo people
Oh, God.
that you might have. But don't overthink about it because obviously we can stretch, baby, stretch.
I
But you
still
make
have-
it a wild card pick of a victim or two.
Yeah.
There's still so many characters I have to figure
Yeah,
out.
we got plenty of folks still. But Lena, it's your pick.
All right, Mrs. Peacock seems to be a pretty popular pick right now, so
Yeah.
I'll go with Jean Smart.
Oh.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! That's great.
Yeah.
Damn. That's me mad of not thinking again. Of that. 'Cause there's so you have to think of every single possibility. I'm talking myself out of being mad out of it, but Jesus Christ. As Mrs. Peacock specifically is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Damn.
And now, Void, it is your pick. You have you have 2 picks.
Lena, you've drafted more people who have signed my CBV book than I have.
Lakeith Stanfield as Mr. Green. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's nice. John Travolta as a vet makes me fucking.
Yeah, someone is sanding something, Frankie.
Oh, sorry. Turn off
I-
the mic.
I will.
There is a good part of this stream where
Okay.
I was like, man, I'm really not used to this microphone. What?
Yeah,
the
you've
hell
been
is my
hearing it all show.
microphone
Her
doing?
yeah, Voicey's mic was on in case Voicey wanted to pop in, but then
Yeah.
just started sanding and I forgot to turn it off. Okay, so you got Mr. Green. And then it was John Travolta. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. That means it's back to you, Lena.
All right. My Yvette pick. It's kind of out of left field, but they know how to wear a dress. I'm gonna go with Cola Scola.
Oh! Oh, great pick! Oh my god! Oh! I wish I had thought of that. Jeez. Yeah, Lena's destroying. If Patrick was popped in at the end mid-move, so far I think he'd pick Lena winning. Blog, who's your next pick?
So, for my Colonel Mustard pick, Paul Giamatti.
Excellent pick.
Oh. Okay, Paul Giamatti as Colonel Mustard? Okay, so that means it's back to me. And, you know, earlier when Missy picked a Mrs. White with Catherine O'Hara, it was about who can really, like, emote, who can go big. And, you know, I think that there's one actor who's recently been getting a lot of positive attention because on an HBO series, she went big. Because that's right, I'm picking Parker Posey as Mrs.
yeah.
White.
Oh.
Flames on the side of my face.
They're all exactly. Because I think, you know, that's right. It's Superman Returns, Parker Posey.
Yes.
I very nearly went with a I thought about doing a repeat of my draft where I got the 3 people from Spinal Tap, but that would require me to get Michael McKean again. And I realized I was like, oh, you know what? That'd be a fun bit, but it's less fun and also easily countered because once people realized it, they could just
Right.
pick one person and then just ruin my trifecta. So I really like that Parker Posey pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's the day of the murder, y'all. Oh, I thought I would have some.
Now, what are your
ideas by
picks?
here? So I know my Yvette. So I'll pick them.
Who's your talent tsunami?
Second.
Oh,
Who
wait.
do I
is it-
want to lock in
Oh, never mind.
amongst? Oh, I know who I want. Here's the problem: is I know who I want, but it's who do I put them as? Okay, I'm gonna do Vinnie Thomas.
Oh, you're right. I didn't add your
As-
Professor Plum.
I'm picking Vinnie Thomas as Mr. Green.
Oh. Now, who is Vinnie Thomas? For those who don't
maybe
know.
I'm blanking on their last name, but a stand-up comedian, right?
I believe they showed up in Ahsoka.
They
For-
were
Oh, yeah.
in
As like a
on
senator or
After
something?
Midnight quite a bit.
Yeah. No, I know them. I recognize. Yeah.
Okay.
Great pick. Great pick. The name just escaped me.
Yep. And then for my Yvette, going sort of a very big different direction. Emma Stone.
Wow.
My
Wow.
Yvette.
Nice. Yeah.
Why the fuck not? Two-time Oscar winner. That's the maid? Hell yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good pick. I mean, yeah.
Gotta rep she's an actress. Whoa.
You gotta.
Oh,
And now
good point, Void.
I'm picking Colonel Mustard. But this is the moment I have to pick which direction do I want to take my Colonel Mustard in? Because the
Oh.
two actors I have are pretty diametrically opposed directions.
Well, you can't cast that actor in the other way, so you can always bring up the name.
What? Oh,
You're not
like
gonna
you
be
cast
able to
them as
ca-
something else. I
Yeah,
can't.
because you have all your other actors. I mean, unless you want to cast a man as Miss Scarlet or Yvette.
Right.
I'm not judging, obviously.
No, and I'm not going to. I know what my heart says, so I have to go with my heart.
Okay.
James Adomian as Colonel Mustard.
Excellent pick.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was mulling a Domian somewhere, but
I thought I was going to be so fucking smart putting him as my Professor
Back
Plum.
pocket. Ooh.
I thought I was going to be so fucking smart. With
And so-
some.
I picture that as more of a Gorka style Colonel Mustard, potentially. But my other pick was Wallace Shawn as Colonel Mustard.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very
Who would
different.
also
but
be
very
great,
funny.
but they're very different directions. Like, is it the soldier who's like ironically meek and that's part of what's funny about it? Or is it just like, I am Colonel Mustard?
Yeah, because like Martin Mull obviously plays as a person who's oblivious
Yeah.
to that's one of the key traits that he has.
And
but
Adomian
doesn't
can
have to
do
deal with it.
Oblivious.
Yeah, and but you don't have. But the thing is, you don't have to have that specific,
No.
you know, series of traits for.
I
the
am Colonel
different person they
Mustard.
have. It's me, Colonel Mustard.
I have taken bribes.
Oh, he was my driver during the war. He knew I stole essential radio parts and sold them on the black market. But that does not make me a killer.
Okay. Blog, it's your pick.
You ready? Are you all ready to feel stupid?
Okay.
Miss Scarlet,
Okay.
Catherine Hahn.
Oh, fuck you.
I do feel
That's a
stupid
pretty
now.
Darn pick. Pretty darn good
I
pick.
was just thinking about her.
Voicey was just thinking about her.
What a
Can
twist!
I
Talk
say,
about a little
though-
twist.
Talk about a little twist.
Can I say though? I would picture her more as a Mrs. White.
Mrs. White.
That's my controversy about your pick, but I
Interesting.
like it otherwise
Yeah.
in terms of actress. But she's great as Miss Scarlet too. She can do both.
Of course.
But
She
I
can do
just
it.
think
She can
about
do
it. I'm
anything.
like, God, I
Yeah.
want to see her do flames on the side of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think.
But you must have an actress ready to go. That
No,
you're-
well, actually,
Oh.
honestly, I don't. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like she's got that. I like her as that sultry vibe.
Oh yes, yeah.
yeah.
Though she'd be, she's such a great pick. I gotta add her to the damn board. I just was so taken aback by the pick. So this is the problem with I have 2 boards. I'm adding people to at the same time.
God, I have only 2 real picks left.
I guess.
Although actually, I don't want to have my weapon stolen from me or my
mean-
room.
I guess when we get to weapon and room, we can talk about what constraints we want on weapon and room. Also, is it like, does it have to be the clue weapons?
It can be any weapon that is found canonically within the mansion.
I think it'd be any weapon from
Clue.
any clue game.
I may also find that. Well, here's why I don't find that acceptable. Are we saying Harry Potter clue?
No,
Like,
any of
that's-
them except for Harry Potter clue.
So like the
Like
normal-
One Piece clue counts,
One Piece clue counts, but
but not Harry Potter.
and Simpsons clue counts.
Yeah, but not Harry Potter.
Again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
That's a bit like, do we have fictional actors as actors? Sort of a
I
situation.
guess you don't want the RuPaul clue with the fierce makeup case as a murder weapon.
No, actually, genuinely, I don't.
I know. I know you
I
don't.
do not. No, thank you.
Oh, that's funny. The Peanuts clue, no one gets murdered. Someone stole Linus's blanket, and you have to find who stole it.
In Golden Girls Clue, it's who ate the last piece of someone's, I think, cheesecake. It might be like Blanche's cheesecake or something like that. Which is funny because I think Blanche herself can be a character. Or a suspect, I should say.
Just forgot.
Yeah, or she's lying. Someone stole it, and it's won't admit it. And that's the lesson of the episode.
Well, Lena, what's the lesson of this round for you as you make your pick?
Okay. So Wiz kind of took my Miss Scarlet, and I know he's not technically playing, but I don't want to like copy anything from
That would be a good pick.
It is so Sheer's a good pick. So I'm gonna go in a different direction. My Professor Plum, another actor that people have been starting to figure out is actually very versatile, is Sarah Snook from Succession. I
Oh,
really want to see her in that Dorian Gray show where she's playing like 20-something characters.
I do
Like,
too.
it's a one-woman show, and she's apparently crushing it in it.
Wow.
She's also really great in this animated film called Memoirs of Snail.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Voicey
okay.
knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Voicey does
Yep,
know.
I saw it on TikTok.
Voicey saw it on TikTok.
No, I want Sarah Snook for Professor Plum.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I misheard.
It's okay.
I love that. Did we ever decide if the actor has to be alive? They had to have been alive at the same time as their castmates. So they don't have to currently be alive, but like John Wilkes Booth can't be cast in your movie with Hugh Laurie. Unless you're positing that Hugh Laurie is like a immortal being.
I posit that he is John Wilkes Booth.
Voicey is positing that he is John Wilkes Booth.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Ah, damn. Those are good. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, did Void make picks?
they're nice picks.
Oh yeah. Leslie Jordan as it. Well, someone's got to break the ice, and it might as well be me. I mean, I'm used to it. It's part of my husband's work. And it's always difficult when a new group of people get together to be acquainted. I mean, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here, or what you're doing here, or what anyone else is doing here. But I am determined to get acquainted with everyone, and I'm very intrigued. And oh my, this soup is delicious, isn't it? I told you every gay and drag queen raised on Clue knows that speech.
Okay, well, it is now your pick again, Lena.
Okay. For my Colonel Mustard, I just saw him in Sinners, and I'm gonna go with Delroy Lindo.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great pick. Oh my god. Okay, blog.
Oh man, I'm really struggling here. You know what? I like when they're in movies together. So for my Yvette, June Diane Raphael.
Damn it. Oh, damn it. Okay. I feel like our picks have been the most along the same lines.
Yeah.
Much
were
like,
you
damn
about
it.
Were you about ready to grab them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, let me hold on to this one, and I was like, nope. I can't even.
Who are
I
you
can't-
grabbing? Were you gonna grab him as your Miss Scarlet or your Yvette pony?
Probably that. I didn't know. I just knew I wanted her. But that's I gotta pick. I gotta pick.
Huge ones left for me to pick.
I
Still.
gotta pick. Okay. I think I'm picking my Yvette. What's Yvette's like vibe, persona in the movie version?
Sex pot. That's French.
Lusty sex pot that's French. Okay, and Miss
Big boob
Scarlet.
jokes the entire time.
I know Miss Scarlet, but I'm trying to decide.
Sarcastic
I have an
sex pot. That's American. That's Miss Scarlet.
Okay. Well, I think then I'll go, because I don't know if this person can do a good French accent. I'm going to go with Edie Patterson as Miss Scarlet.
Oh, yes.
I was thinking of her for Peacock, but that's a great pick.
She'd be great for Peacock. I just like on Gemstones. I love her. Oh, she'd be such a good Yvette, says Wizard Live. You know what? I'll go Yvette then. You're right. I'll go Yvette as a sexual weirdo. I was my questioning the vibe was who makes more sense for her to play like Judy Gemstone sexual weirdo. And it seems like Yvette is probably the better pick, so I'll go Yvette. Why not? Yvette's been a popular person to pick these times.
Sorry, who did you just pick?
Edie Patterson?
Got it.
Judy Gemstone? And you know what? If her French accent doesn't work, is it great? It still works. Missy, it's now your pick.
I want to make a pick that will make other people mad. I'll make other people feel stupid for not having picked it. And I
Okay.
think I might have it.
Okay.
Might be a shot across just a specific subsect of people.
Okay. What are you picking, Gathard?
No. I'm picking James Acaster as Professor Plum.
Oh, sure.
You're not one of the ones that
No, that's a
It's
really
a great
good
pick.
Uh,
I just don't feel like an idiot for it.
no,
Yeah, Gathard
no,
has
you're
the
not
room.
anything- Oh, Mustard though. Shit.
Is it Gathard your Colonel Mustard? Because that would make me feel silly.
No, and what's funny is that you don't have anyone left. I mean, you could be Miss Scarlet as Gath, but
Yeah, I got a Miss
God
Scarlet
damn.
left, and then the weapon in the room.
Who truly do I want for my Mustard. That's so hard. Because it needs to be someone who can. Don't want to be a hard ass. Don't want to be oblivious. Don't want to be the same.
I do love that we have the pattern of Yvette being some of the biggest names in this entire bracket.
And here's what's funny: I wouldn't have thought of them until they were mentioned, but Tim Robinson as Colonel Mustard actually is a great.
I know. I was actively
actually,
looking for a place for Tim Robinson from the
It's
very
actually
beginning.
really good. Good.
Well, if we want to
idea.
add those cameos,
I almost Wadsworthed Tim Robinson.
yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, we can do some of the murders, the moitas.
You know what? I'm going to lock in because I don't want it taken as my weapon, the candlestick.
Oh,
Damn it!
Damn it!
Damn it!
There, I made a pick that made people go, damn it.
You really did. I was gonna go candlestick.
I mean, it's the best weapon.
Ah! How will I recover from this? I don't know, but I have to. Okay. Let me look up on Cluepedia what the weapons are. It's harder to look up on here than it should be. Cluepedia.
Oh, now you're on a list. You're on a list for looking up weapons.
No, I'm on Cluepedia. I googled Cluepedia, not weapons.
Uh-oh.
I'm I probably
no.
am on a list.
Oh no, he didn't click Cluepedia, he clicked Cluepedia file. Oh no.
Look,
Someone
I'm
get
not
Martin
arguing about the
Barbano.
list.
Oh no, those are
I
different
must be on a
websites.
list somewhere, but we're all on lists. Okay, so here's the list of clue weapons.
Yeah, and that's what a phone book is.
Yeah, that is what a phone book is.
It's just a list that everyone's on.
See, you are under the impression of whom named Matty. That Phony is simply trying to look for the original 6. That's not what Phony's doing.
No.
Phony is trying to make Missy upset by going outside the bounds of the original 6.
Well,
Even though apparently they were going to draft Candlestick to begin with.
I was gonna draft Candlestick, but like
And now that you haven't, you're going to you know. How about let's see here. You can pick from the weapons that are within
can I pick,
Clue Master Detective, Clue FX, and
what about Cluedo, the British game show?
I don't know how many different murders were committed in what
There's
ways.
4 seasons.
I just don't know if it always happened with the canonical 6 things. Or
It
if
did
would be like
not.
it's like
did not.
a toaster could be it. I mean, here's the thing: is who gives a shit? Go ahead, Phony. Because it will bring up a fact. It'll bring up a fact about whatever thing you're pulling it from.
Okay, so but which one? Okay, because here's the thing: there's so many here that are very fun to go with, like the meat pounder.
Oh boy.
But the G string is one from the episode 7 Deadly Sinners. And I think that's what I'm gonna go with, the G string.
You know what? I approve this sort of extra universal thing. Go ahead.
Ooh, a toilet chain.
Oh,
Oh,
you're making
wait,
me
no.
look like a fool for drafting the candlestick.
Here's what I have from Venomous Snake. As my weapon, Venomous Snake.
An asp, I believe, is a weapon within the Egyptian-themed version of Clue map on the official app.
Just can you imagine James Adomian acting off a Venomous Snake?
What particular aspect of what I have just done is making you laugh so much, Void?
Oh,
my
Donnie, wait.
gradual acceptance of
I
just
take it back.
you know what? Let all things happen.
Yeah. Because if I want sculpture, I couldn't pick what the sculpture is.
I'm gonna go ahead and also look up.
Because if I can pick what the sculpture is, that opens up a lot of options here. When Phony exclaimed, "Wow, pick the toilet chain," and you said, "Wow,
statue.
you really showed me going off list."
That's gonna be
Statue of David.
a bumper.
Oh! I take it back. 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 I take it back.
Phony takes it back.
I take it back. I pick a bow and arrow.
Ha
I pick a bow
Incredible.
and arrow. Because that opens up a scene where James Adomian is chasing someone down a hallway with a bow and arrow. As Gorka.
Gorka. So the extra, I guess there's only 2 extra weapons added in Clue Master Detective, were the horseshoe and the poison.
There's also
Is the horseshoe attached to the horse?
no the horseshoes. I think you're clubbing them with the horseshoe.
The horse is not attached to the horseshoe. This
Yeah.
is not the Colonel's bequest.
There's a blunderbuss in Super Cluedo Challenge.
Oh, what about the top hat? I think the top hat's one of the pieces.
There's a what? There's a fuck. Fuck. I might regret my pick already for weapon.
Oh, why? I mean, Blog hasn't picked yet.
Should I
have they?
just go?
Lawn gnome.
I'm waiting.
Lawn
I'm
gnome.
like,
Lawn gnome. Lawn gnome. Lawn gnome.
lawn gnome.
Oh yeah, no, the Lawn Gnome is from Clue Effects, I believe.
Yeah, it is from Clue
Yeah.
Effects. Lawn
Wow.
gnome. And it
That's
looks
why I was
like-
trying to look it up because I wanted to
Yeah.
confirm before I.
Yeah. Lawn
Because there's
gnome.
the tennis racket,
it looks like
horseshoe
this guy.
again, Lawn Gnome, water bucket, hammer, and garden shears.
Lawn gnome. Lawn gnome.
Lawn
Lawn
gnome.
gnome. So I have to thank my lovely wife for this choice because I was really struggling for my Mrs. White, and I asked Val, and she immediately had the correct answer, which is Megan Mullally.
Fuck.
Wow!
Excellent pick.
I'm
Wow.
mad and feel stupid.
Flames,
Wow!
flames.
On the side of my face, I can hear it. Wow!
Now that's a
Again,
pick.
not someone I would have personally picked. This is why these drafts are fucking fun.
Yes.
Oh my god. I know who would be a great person to cast with her. And I can't.
Oh, Nick Offerman, of course.
Right. I know.
Oh yeah, Colonel. He would be a good Colonel Monster.
He would
Mustard,
be.
yeah.
He
That's what I
would.
was
Do you
thinking.
know what? He would be.
Yeah,
He would be.
he would be.
Another Star Dix.
Yeah.
The 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a Colonel Mustard that again I truly think y'all are gonna feel stupid for not picking. I
Okay.
genuinely
What is
think
it,
so.
Arlie Ermy?
Ooh.
No, they popped in my head though, but I'm like that's too on the nose. That's
Oh my
too.
God.
That's like
So
too Route 1.
aggressive.
But Lena, what's your pick in round 9?
Okay.
Denzel, damn.
I gotta go with my Miss Scarlet. This is an obvious one, but I feel like it's a good one. Aubrey Plaza.
Ooh.
as Miss
Incredible pick.
Incredible
I
pick.
wondered about trying to get her
Yeah.
in there somewhere, but I figured other people would want. I just figured other people would care more. I just had picks that I felt more drawn to.
Uh-oh.
Look at that!
Yeah.
Gotta be careful if you're on either end of Lena.
Ah.
Now we just wait.
Now we wait.
We wait, just like
Sorry, Void.
the Cardinals. They are waiting for.
Okay.
Well, you took my room, Void, so, you know. Fair is fair.
Two nice picks.
Well, what's your next pick then in round 10, Lena?
Okay. I'll go with the billiard room for my room.
Ooh, nice.
That's a fucking great room.
Great room. Top tier room.
That's an S tier room. That one's making me groan. I'm just trying to be vocal for the.
No,
for the
I
show,
appreciate it. I don't disagree. It's a great pick. I'm also groaning because I would
all-
love to get the billiard room.
You all ready to feel stupid? Ballroom.
Vlog.
Ballroom. Ballroom. Ballroom.
That was my other.
Well,
earlier.
I do feel dumb.
It's a
Ballroom.
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 You gotta pick all the weird rooms that only like rich people have in their houses.
Also, you could just put a bunch of balls in that room, and it would still be a ballroom.
So that's what I was wondering. Is it a ball pit room? Or like what kind of room is it?
It's both. It's a ballroom, a traditional ballroom, but it is full of balls, like a ballroom.
weaponized ballroom.
Right. That
A
makes
weaponized
sense.
ballroom.
Okay. sure.
So
It's me.
could be clever and try and do.
Well,
one
it's
of
my
the-
pick. So don't get ahead of yourself. It's my
your
pick.
Sure.
What? It is my pick.
Sure.
What?
I'm groaning because it's your pick. Like,
Okay. Well,
Oh, Wiz. Oh,
God
boy.
damn it, Wiz. Stop.
Wait, Catherine.
Oh. Never mind.
Wait,
I don't want any. I don't want any of that.
Catherine Heigl's Republican.
Kelsey Grammer would be a good Colonel
Curse.
Mustard if he wasn't horrible.
curse list.
What's the cursed? Don't say a cursed room. Locations. I'm trying to think of a room that's not just the normal rooms. I
Bad room.
guess.
I'm dubious of the Catherine Heigl stuff because that felt really like. Look, there's a lot I like about Seth Rogen, but that just felt very icky. That felt like some Linda Fiorentino, getting thrown under the bus stuff. But what do I know?
Okay, Clue FX. That's the outdoor one, I suppose. That doesn't really do what I want.
Is there any with a phone booth?
Well, okay, I know what room I want now. I looked up. I was looking up some of the extra rooms out there.
What are you limiting me to in terms of locations?
What? Okay.
Like what kinds of rooms?
What
Somehow
are you, what are you talking about?
Some of the biggest delay and the picks have been rooms or weapons.
So I can't pick
You've-
the android's dungeon as a
What? The
the
what?
comic book store from The Simpsons from Simpsons Clue.
Oh my god.
You are the one that wanted to go outside the bounds for spin-offs of Clue, and picked the laudanum from, and then wrapped back around to picking one from a canonical
Yeah.
spin-off of Clue.
I am. I just think it's very funny to make them murdered in the Simpsons place.
Do
And I get Universal Studios. Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'll go with you know what? You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
I'll go with the library.
Well, that makes my pick easier too.
What, are you gonna pick the android's dungeon from Simpsons Clue?
No,
Oh, okay, well,
the library was on my short list, but then I was looking up all of the extra ones.
is there a home theater in one of the versions?
I don't know. Maybe the modern version of Clue does. I actually didn't look at any of the. I didn't look at Gen Z Sexy Clue.
Yeah, well, I
or,
should look at Sexy
the
Clue.
2017 Clue, which is also or it wasn't. There was like a modern version of Clue that was done in like 2017 or 18 that added some extra rules, and it was all contemporary. I can go grab it in a second. So Tudor Mansion, swimming pool, gatehouse, stables, garage, tennis courts. Oh, that's so tempting. Boathouse and garden, but in both Clue FX and Clue Master Detective and the Colonel's Bequest, you can find a dead body in the gazebo. So
Nice.
I want a room as the gazebo. And now the pick that will make you all mad, and the pick whose tour kickoff I skipped tonight to be here with you all,
Wow.
who was kicking off a tour in Iowa, but in
Oh.
Iowa City, which is just far outside of my driving range, so it also would have been a bitch to have to do.
Yeah, I
Paul F. Tompkins as Colonel Mustard.
Oh, of course.
I was thinking about him for quite a while. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great pick.
And I forgot that was one of the first people I thought of, like way when I was first trying to kind of come up with a conception for draft
He'd be
stuff.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been a great Professor Plum also, but
Yep.
I thought of him for
Yeah.
one of the
but I
two.
had to get Connor.
Makes sense.
Yeah, when I thought of Acaster, I realized too where he had to fit within my.
Yeah, kind of surprised. That is kind of a surprise that no one grabbed him.
But there's so many people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
we have
I'm
we
very
have
happy with my
I'm happy with my list.
from
yeah.
the mix of Scumbumming to Oscar industry,
Yeah.
level, Emmy level. Hey, Tatiana Maslany,
Like
Emmy
these-
winner, Gene Smart, Emmy winner.
these would be fun movies.
These would be very fun movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so I guess it's on
Bonnie,
me.
you need to update your Miss Scarlet.
No,
I
I
don't
know.
you're
It's-
picking
it's-
still.
I'm
you
so I have to
sorry,
pick
sorry,
Miss
sorry.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot I just picked twice in a row, and you
Yep.
guys still have to go around.
Uh,
I know who I would pick who produced it to not produce it.
oh yeah, I don't want John Landis producing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he produce the
You
first
kidding
one?
me? I don't need any deaths.
Oh no. Okay. Who did?
He didn't direct it though, so that's why no one died.
I don't like it.
oh.
I don't like them enough as a director, but Wes Anderson's Clue.
I mean, I'd be okay to see what that looks like. Not what Wiz said. I'd be okay to see what Wes Anderson's Clue looked like.
Oh, that's okay. Max Landis can do the screenplay then. How about that?
Perfect.
Why am I struggling the most on Ms. Scarlet?
I mean,
Like,
do you want me to maybe push you a little bit? Like a certain direction? Or do you want to come up with it?
how
organically?
loose are you? Is your hint?
Well, it's pretty specific about a trivia fact about Clue.
Sure. What's your trivia fact?
Well, I am a little surprised that no one picked
Carrie Fisher?
the person who was originally cast in it. Yeah. As a
I
what
just
if.
feel like it
But
doesn't.
we all went in so many different directions that it didn't.
No,
it doesn't surprise me in the end of drafting, but toward the beginning, I thought that was going to be an early pick.
No, I thought about Carrie, but I feel like the timing doesn't work with who the rest of my cast is
That is fair in terms
for
of
her
where
to
their
play a
peaks and
Miss
valleys
Scarlet.
are.
Like she
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have been a Mrs. White, but Carrie Fisher as Mara Jade as Mrs. Body.
But,
I mean, it's just like who.
she did die almost 10 years ago. That is wild.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
yeah, she
It was
died
late
while I was on the way to see
2016,
Rogue
but
One
still.
Yeah.
in theaters.
And
for the second time.
one of the last screen credits and things she ever did was an episode of 8 out of 10 Cats.
That's wild.
I think also filmed a QI that season, possibly too.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
that
she was
was
on
the before.
QI.
Yeah.
I mean, she yeah. Oh, do I just? Ugh. Oh. Huh. I'm like having to debate. Do I think? Yeah, I can see it working. I can see them working with
You can spin it. You can spin it.
with Edie, because I have to like then go who would be good paired up with Edie Patterson, and I think these two could be a good double act.
Pick another scum person.
And I do have the proposal since we'll probably have time to do one more round of drafting if we want to do after this one of who that last one should be. But we'll do that at the end of this round.
No, yeah,
Just-
I mean, I know we still have the murdered people and stuff.
Yeah, we won't have time to do all of them, obviously, but I think I have a proposal for the one if we're going to do.
Do
Yes.
one cameo.
Yeah.
I have my
Right,
Sling
right.
Telegram.
Or that's who I was going to suggest is
Yeah.
Team Telegram.
That's a good one.
If we're all, I think we all should pick a singing telegram.
Yeah,
girl.
I think so. I think
Well,
that's
we
the
do
one
have to
pick.
pick a singing telegram girl. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. No, I don't think I want that person. This is so hard. Why is this role what I'm struggling with so much more than any other one?
And that way too gives you all a pick that you get to do before I get my pick. So I'll get the last
And
one.
Frankie is Miss Scarlet.
Phony, another one that I was mulling for Miss Scarlet, if this is a
Oh.
direction you want to go, is Margaret Qualley.
But, do you know who I just thought of?
That would be a good pick. So, I was looking at the one I was looking at was Alana Glazer as Miss
Oh,
Scarlet
Ooh.
because I think she could really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's who came to mind. I'm just like, is the energy she'd bring to, like, I'm torn between her and Jenny Slate because I think both could do it
Yeah, that was another one I
really
was-
well.
I was looking at your CBB adjacent stuff, and I thought Gilly,
Yep.
Gillian Jacobs would be an interesting one too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Jenny Slate.
Jenny Slate's great.
Nice.
Pick that room.
Yeah, now it's Lena. It's blogs time.
So, is it okay for me to pick that singing telegram now?
No, we're doing that
No?
backwards.
So I have to do
all
my
in order.
weapon.
I want yes.
That's what I figured
Yeah.
because obviously that is
Especially because
more,
we still need to technically finish these rounds out, and it could
Yes.
drag out for.
So
13
in
more
which
minutes.
case, I will have to pick my weapon, as that's the last of the regular items remaining.
Oh yeah, I put it in the wrong cell. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And apparently on this list here of items, trophy is included.
Trophy is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with trophy. I think that's funny.
Nice.
Now, what
Yeah.
kind of trophy?
There's
A
also
bowling
a trophy room.
Oh wow.
A what?
There's
bowl-
a trophy room as well. In Clue Master Detective.
No, but is it like an Oscar, a Grammy, a like
it's a
most
bowling
improved
trophy.
singer? Okay.
It's a bowling trophy, yeah.
That is in the That's in the modernization of Clue that was from like 2016 or 17.
A bowling
There's
trophy?
a trophy in that. I don't know
Oh,
if it's
interesting.
specifically the bowling trophy. I just think
No, it just says
it's called
trophy.
trophy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks
just
more like an
a trophy on
award, like a like.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
like
I think
the
one of
big
them's an
cup.
actor or an actress, so I think it's implied that it's their
Oh,
award.
in which
Oh.
case, if I'm specifying it, it's the leg lamp from Christmas Story because
Oh well, there we go.
that's an award, in itself. Like,
It's a major award. Yeah.
it's a major award.
That's so good. Lena, what's your pick?
All right. I found one from Clue Master Detective, and I think Maddie and Void will really like this one. It's a horseshoe.
Oh, the horseshoe's good. I mean,
They
Wiz,
just-
I would
They
have.
played A Way Out recently, and horseshoes was a big part of that game.
That's a great pick. Inanimate carbon rod. So does that mean everyone's? Oh no, we have one more pick
Void still has a
for
Miss
Void.
Scarlet.
Void has to pick a Miss Scarlet, and then that's everything.
and then it's the cameo. It's the
Right.
telegram
Yeah.
round.
Since they all had to be contemporaries, Eliza Dushku is Miss Scarlet. Ooh, yeah. Good
Nice.
pick.
We got Catan in there.
Chris Kattan as the singing telegram girl, or messenger. Great one. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well,
So then Lena,
It's my turn. Yeah, for my singing telegram.
you're singing
I want
telegram.
I want Jess McKenna.
fuck. Yeah. 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 Yeah, Jess McKenna's a great pick for singing telegram.
Was it your pick or just a great pick?
That was Lena's pick.
That's my pick.
Oh, I know, but phony was that one of
It was
your...
gonna be my pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That fuck was said with the
Yeah.
the tone of it being
Yeah.
your pick, but I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
the tone of, oh, that should have been my
So-
pick, you know,
so-
kind of thing.
Phony, I do apologize because
You're gonna get
I-
my backup pick probably.
I'm gonna pick what I thought was gonna be your pick, and I
Okay.
think is now your pick.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go with Sarah Sherman.
Damn it!
wow.
Sarah Squirm was my next backup pick. Yes.
And you know what's funny is that I think I'm gonna pick who I thought you were gonna pick.
Damn it!
Maybe.
I think I'm gonna pick. I might be picking who I think you were gonna pick.
Maybe. Let's see.
Blog pick Sarah Squirm.
No,
I
I
did.
did.
I-
Yeah,
no.
you're right.
Don't try and cheat, phony.
Phony.
Billy.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take a pick out of. Actually, no, I feel great about my pick. I feel really good about my singing Telegram Messenger pick, and it's also another comedy Bang Bang adjacent pick. Because and I think this is one that'll make people feel a little dumb for not picking Weird Al as their singing Telegram.
Oh my god.
It's a good one.
Another Bang Bang person I was thinking about for that too, I was mulling, was Nick Weiger.
Oh, Weiger would be good.
Well, so
But
I'm
as Leo
gonna
Carpazzi.
What are you gonna pick, Mitch?
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
go ahead, Missy.
Oh. No, you're fine. You're fine. So I'm gonna pick who I thought Phony was gonna pick, or a wine in front of you. They thought they were gonna pick, kind of thing.
I thought that you thought.
Because
I mean, that's a very clue event to happen. So
I'm going to pick as my little twist and reveal that I've been my own villain this entire time.
Oh no.
Because who I thought a first round draft picking, but I'm going to leave as the last pick to again make you fuckers feel so stupid
Finger
for
and
not
Dan?
picking. No,
Max Rebo.
as my
Kate Berlant.
singing telegram, Kate Berlant.
Yeah.
Oh, you get one line and then you're shot. I wonder who I would pick for that. No
Wiz
idea.
liked my joke about, were you gonna pick Finger and Dan?
And also the first person who was picked in the Taskmaster draft, our first ever draft.
That's right. Was it me? Because she was the only
So
one I
that's-
knew.
That's the twist.
Wow.
She wasn't the only one
I-
I knew, but I was like, I just got to pick all the people I know right away because I've never seen it.
I was also surprised you didn't go with Gethard as your third backup.
Oh, Geth as the thinking telegram would have actually been really fucking funny to pull out too. I just didn't think of them because I thought about Kate Berlant was again one of my very early singing telegram thoughts and picks, and I thought about had we started with all of them to begin with, that would have been my opening pick as a meme.
Would
But
have
I
been very
like
funny as Geth.
I like the synergy of Kate Berlant being last.
But I like Weird Al
Weird Al's
yeah.
great.
Great picks.
from his Spy Hard cameo era.
And honestly,
Ugh.
with Sarah Squirm, I can't envision it as not being her right now when I'm thinking of this scene.
Well, you know who the actual singing telegram girl is played by,
Actually,
right?
I don't know who it is.
Jane, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Wheatland.
Wheatland. She
Wheatland.
was the singer of the Go-Go Girls.
Oh.
Not the Go-Go Girls, the Go-Go's.
The
What am I
Go-Go's.
fucking sing?
She's also in Bill and Ted as Joan of Arc.
Excellent.
See, you should have said.
And was
she
on The
Joan of
Surreal
Arc.
Life,
Mm-hmm.
where she talked
Yeah.
about her BDSM lifestyle.
Okay, good to know.
Those are just the only facts I know about. I know 3 facts about her. Well, 4 really, because I forgot. She's been in 2 movies is one fact in my head. It was one of the lead singers of the Go-Go Girl. Who was one of the Go-Go Girls? She's one of the 2 girl lead singers of the Go-Go's. I keep in my head thinking
So
of that.
all
Your
there was
response
2 of
just
them.
got me so good. Yeah, she was on this podcast talking about her BDSM lifestyle.
No, not a
Good to
podcast.
know.
She was on the CW reality
Right.
show, The Surreal Life.
I just liked the BDSM lifestyle.
But good to know.
Good
Yes,
to
good to
know.
know is a good response. What else are you gonna do when someone goes on a show to talk about their thing? You're like, good to know.
Good
Good
to
for
know.
them.
Good to know.
Oh,
learn something every day.
I
So
think
we
these are
do-
good lineups.
they are very good lineups. I don't know
Yeah,
if
these are
chat
great
wants to
moves.
vote.
We should try-
partially and partially on which ones they think are best. I don't know if we all want to vote on which one we think is the best, but not on our own, obviously.
We should try to get Patrick to
Oh.
let us know which one's the best one.
Not with this little heads up.
not within 5 minutes.
Hey, blog, Jane Wheatland's in a Star Trek movie.
Wait, who
She's in
is?
Star Trek 4.
The Singing Telegram is in Voyage Home.
Oh, who is
Oh,
she?
she
in
is?
Voyage
Who is she?
Home?
Another Singing Telegram.
I
Of
think
course.
a Vulcan, I believe.
Wild. I don't think I knew
Okay.
that.
Let's see.
God, I
Oh,
really
okay,
gotta-
yeah.
This is a hard pick.
Okay, I'm putting up a poll for which movie would you all
Hmm.
go to see?
Oh, I guess we can just vote that way. Is it points or no points?
Points, but don't.
But we should not.
You
vote at
shouldn't use
all.
them on your own.
Well, we just should, or should we not vote? Where is my phone?
You would have been. You would have been a celebrity cameo, Wiz. You'd be one of the murder victims. Ideally, as a Moinus or as an Amoinus-like character, so that your IP isn't owned by whatever studio puts this out.
You know what? I do have to get.
Hold up.
I'm mad. I'm
Hold
mad
up.
that this
Hold
person's
up.
my favorite.
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! Hold
What?
up!
Was the timer really short?
No, I did not include voids.
Oh my god. So we're voting on our own. I feel like if we don't
Wait.
vote, it's better for us.
Okay, and I can disable Fluval Bucks if we don't want them.
Oh wow.
It also feels
That's-
cruel that it was a three-way tie out of
Yeah.
4.
Let's say no
Yeah.
Fluval Bucks.
Okay.
No little bucks.
Do you know the only reason I
Yeah,
say
no.
that? Because
Yeah.
Wiz is in the audience. We know how much he loves democracy.
He usually loses if it helps.
I know, but that way he can't like feel like it was the blame of other people spending it all. Where is it? There it is. Wait, something went wrong. Oh, there we go. I'll just say, phony, I voted for yours.
No.
The Weird Al is a big piece of it, but then I see Parker Posey. I see I just accidentally closed it.
Oh yeah, I should keep him open.
Oh my word. All right. I see Parker Posey. I see Jennifer Coolidge, Peter Capaldi, Connor, James Adomian, Jenny Slate,
It
Edie
won't let me
Patterson.
vote. Oh well.
I had to leave it and go back into it.
It won't let you vote?
It will not let me vote.
Ah.
You have to like exit out of the.
Well, the winner was is Lena
Oh, well, there you go.
with 3 votes. Lena.
Blog, throw your wrench in the system. Who would you have voted for?
I would have voted for phonies.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So
So,
it
they
would've
would have
been
gotten
tied
to
for
2, but
second,
not
but
enough.
still would've been
Yeah,
Lena.
No.
wouldn't have affected it.
Well, I got to go cry now because I lost.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Lena, this is all your fault.
I know. Be
Ugh.
nice, thinker.
But we have, so I was gonna say we should think about the theme for next week.
So-
So we know next week is
So next
that
week
show.
is that show, and you said it. I think we should do a random clave.
I think a random clave would be fun.
Would be fun
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Who are we? Is it a live voting on the
I think
next
so.
random?
I think it's a live vote for the next random. And maybe we should try get contestants for it to be
Oh.
the random. The next
Maybe.
random. I don't know.
I don't know. We should figure this out.
We
We'll have to
should.
talk.
Yeah, do we need to consult with Eric
Is
and
T ready
Forrest?
for Evil
But a
Versus?
random. But I think
Our
just the
conversation
opportunity.
is
Yeah.
funny.
But here's the thing, we don't actually, since we don't actually pick the randoms
I know.
holistically, we will need to get approval.
It would be, yeah, we would need
But wait, it's gotta be written. No, but no. In the event of a pope dying, we have to have a random clave.
yes, it's a random clave.
It only happens
It
at the
only
event
happens when the
every
actual Pope,
pope
dies.
dies. You
Yeah.
have to have a random clave because that's a seismic event that changes it. Because you
Yeah.
know how much the Catholic Church drives what we at Planet Scum do.
Yeah.
All right, Pope.
And just it's super important. We need to figure out who this next random is before that show.
And
And we got to try and pick it before.
we
the next
don't,
pope.
and we don't kick Void off their term. We just will know who the
Well,
next one will be.
If
in
Void can join
succession.
us, I think there would be part of the ceremony would be the passing of the random.
Or if you want, I guess I don't know how much longer they have. Good question too.
Or would this be a situation that we had when we had 2 popes?
Two randoms at once because we have a random clave.
The random,
But that would require him to resign, but still live within the random residence at the random city within the greater country of Planet Scum.
Yeah.
But they have to
We have
both
big
watch
news.
soccer and eat pizza together.
Yes.
Very important.
Oh, an anti-random. It's like an anti-pope. There's an anti-random. Oh god. Void declares himself an anti-random. And then we have to have vote on a new one to counteract this. Oh my god. Woo! There's so much fun. There's so much intrigue and possibility.
Yeah. Who will come up with all the Conclave-esque scandals?
Oh god, yes, we have to come up with scandals about the other like candidates and voters and stuff. Oh my god.
Who's gonna be our
Okay.
Isabella Russell?
We're committing to the bet. And should this only be an hour before the actual show? Should we make this the week after? But should it be
I don't know. I feel like it needs to be there before the next that show though.
I think it's timely. You're right. It is timely. I think it needs to be a
What
random
if-
clave.
I mean,
next,
we might have to ask a higher being.
We do need to ask a higher power first.
We could potentially have it
Yeah.
something that's done as part of the post show too. If we need.
Did
extra.
someone say a higher power?
I did.
We did.
Hey.
What did you want to ask me?
Well,
Oh, the possibility of having a random clave next week in order to elect the next random in an emergency session.
Oh, that kind of higher power. Yeah, that's a different question.
that's a different.
Yeah, that's a
one.
different higher power. Yeah, exactly.
Idea of,
Wait, Talk now.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much.
so you have to have your
Fluball.
microphone unmuted before you talk.
I'm so sorry, Flooful. That was my fault.
Yeah, it was definitely your fault.
I like the idea of having to light things on fire.
Yeah,
To
Yeah.
Oh, after each
signal
vote. Oh,
to the
fuck.
you do
world.
have to signal if a decision has been made or not with fire.
Yes.
Oh, and who's going to be our Ray Fiennes? Who's going to
Oh.
oversee the random clave?
Will we have
it
white smoke and
Fluval?
black smoke bumpers?
Oh my god! Or will that person be in charge
I'll
of
tell you
burning
this, Phony
something
probably
live?
won't have time to make anything for the next show. So if someone wants to make it, it'll have to be one of you, because Phony's got a busy few days coming up. I just know it because I know everything.
Yep.
I can't
Fluval
make black
does.
smoke each time, but I can make the white smoke when we need it.
We could destroy a planet with a red laser and a blue laser.
Yeah, again, if someone else wants to make that would be great. But I just like, perhaps a trivia master might be thinking, oh, it's really cool that it's that show next week, because I don't know how much time I'll have to write new trivia.
Just a random
Not me.
non-aquarium.
I could write
trivia
however much I want, but
master.
like if
Wait,
Regis
says
filled
he
in,
has smoke assets.
you have smoke assets. Damn, dank as hell, Wiz. That's dank as hell. No, I mean you're right. I could just grab smoke.
Yeah.
I can do it. I just thought it'd be funny to.
Well, Fluval, of course you can do
Yeah.
it. The question is, can Phony do it?
What do you have bad news about Regis Philbin?
Oh no!
He's with Pope Francis now.
Wow. So, for Mirandums,
He's an ex.
I'm glad we didn't call a certain person to be on here.
yeah, exactly. For Mirandums, I would like to say, your final words with what, who, what, where,
Yeah.
what.
Lena.
Mm.
Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench.
Bam.
Mr. Bloggy.
Professor Plum in the ballroom with the rope.
Okay.
Bam.
Missy.
They all did it. But if you want to know who shot Mr. Body, I did. In the hall with the revolver. Take him away, Chief. I'm going home to sleep with my wife.